Oh man, the royal drama has totally Hollywood, and I don't mean the fancy kind with tuxedos and champagne. Nope, we're talking about glittery messes, fake-tanning fails, and a James Bond party where the only mystery was how Meghan Markle even got an invite in the first place, because when Kris Jenner turns 70, it's not just a birthday party. It's a meeting of billionaires, a Botox Olympics, and a paparazzi free-for-all rolled into one night. And somehow our favorite teak's royal couple, Meghan and her always tired husband Harry, thought this was their big moment. Spoiler alert. It wasn't. I think Meghan totally missed the point. The main idea, which is that, yeah, having a royal title is kind of cool in Hollywood. Not a lot of people have that, but very, 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 very few, even actors, have the huge following and the influence that the Kardashians have. Picture this. Beverly Hills at night. A house so expensive it probably has its own zip code. Jeff Bezos and his new girlfriend Lauren Sanchez are throwing Kris Jenner's super glitzy 70th birthday party, which is James Bond themed. Everyone important is there. Kim Kardashian is wearing diamonds the size of jawbreakers. Oprah is shining in gold. And somewhere in the corner, half the cast of Selling Sunset are practicing their smiles for the Netflix cameras. And then the doors swing open and walk Meghan and Harry. Now remember, it's Remembrance Sunday weekend back in the UK. That's a super important time when the royal family stands quietly to honor dead soldiers. Over there, it's quiet thinking. Over here, Meghan's smiling under disco lights while Harry holds her hand like he's hanging onto a life raft. The difference is crazy. The royal family is bowing their heads in London. Harry's bowing under chandeliers in Los Angeles. And if you think the weirdness stops there, get ready. This night was just getting started as all-in-one shampoo and his shaving cream in his razor. Well, listen, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We shall do that, Kinsey. What about me? Someone walks in, eyes sparkling like she just won Miss Universe. Harry, meanwhile, looks, well, let's just say if regret had a face, it would be wearing a bow tie that night. Now, remember how this couple spent years talking about privacy? Yeah, it's funny how the same paparazzi they begged to leave them alone just happened to be right outside Biz's mansion. Cameras ready, lighting perfect, all taking pictures like it was royal wedding all over again. A coincidence? Come on, girl. The photographers were called. A huge group of photographers doesn't just show up to a rich person's private house unless someone gives them the exact spot. And no, Meghan, she never met a spotlight she didn't love. Every photo screamed Hollywood royalty. But let's be real. It felt more like reality TV wannabes. Meghan's smile was so big it could pour Los Angeles, while Harry's face said, if I close my eyes, maybe I'll wake up back in Kensington Palace. He's got the red poppy pinned on his suit, trying to look like a patriotic prince while standing next to a food table that probably cost more than his military uniform. Meghan's holding his arm like she's trying out for keeping up with you insers. And somewhere far away, you can almost hear Kris Jenner muttering, Lord, not tonight. This is the woman who spent years talking about running away from the press. Now making sure every flashbulb gets her good side. Privacy who? Meghan was back on stage, baby. And Hollywood was watching. And it goes to show you where Meghan's really looking, where she was always focused, which was no royalty. It was not being a real influencer in the world. She really just wants to be a Kardashian. That is no. Let's talk about her clothes. Because if this night were a movie, Meghan's outfit would have been its own big plot twist. She showed up in a black wrap skirt with a cut so high it probably had its own zip code, with a super tight top. From the knees up, Malibu glow. From the knees down, British winter girls sprayed and stopped halfway. The look was not working out. And to make things worse, the two black fabrics didn't even match. Top half was dull. Bottom half was shiny. It was like her outfit was having a breakdown. Critics called it rage bait dressing, second of trying too hard look that screams, please notice me, I'm casual but famous. Meanwhile, Harry looked like he just lost a bet. Same suit, same bow tie, except for that little red poppy on his lapel. That's a shout out to Remembrance Day. Sweetheart, wrong place. Because nothing's is respect for dead soldiers like sipping champagne under a disco ball next to Kim Kardashian. As the cameras flashed, Meghan beamed, Harry blinked, and somewhere deep inside, the universe whispered, "Oh, how the mighty have fallen." And I think she proves that with this Instagram post. So, Meghan and Harry have made their big entrance. The cameras are flashing, and Kris Jenner's Bond-themed birthday is officially happening. But while Meghan's busy smiling like she just got a new Netflix show, the real Hollywood big shots are whispering behind champagne glasses, wondering who invited these Sussexes. Spoiler, nobody seems talk no. See, that's the thing about Meghan Markle. She doesn't wait for doors to open. She builds her own stairs, kicks the door down, and walks in like she owns the place. Rumor was she wasn't even on the official guest list. Some say she smiled her way past the security. Others claim her new powerful agency, WME, might have slipped her name onto the list for some good press. Either way, Meghan was there, walking through Bezos's mansion like she was taking back her throne. Lauren Sanchez, Bezos's fiancé, were reportedly watching her super closely. Y'all know that one girl at every party who's all sweet smiles but secretly hates you. Yeah, that was Lauren. Because Meghan's reputation in LA is huge. She's got a radar for billionaires that's stronger than Beverly Hills Wi-Fi. Every conversation's joined seemed to come with a photo opportunity. One minute she's saying she likes Kim Kardashian's dress, the next she's standing right between Kim and Oprah for a fake candid picture. And let's be honest, if Hollywood's a list is the royal family of LA, then Meghan was trying to marry her way into their inner circle all over again. But the feeling was wrong. The real insiders, the Kris, the Kim, the Bezos, they play a different kind of power game. They're smooth, experienced, and protective. And Meghan, she's still trying too hard to prove she belongs. That's when whispers started. Was she invited? Or did she just show up? And just like that, the Duchess became the drama. You are going to join forces with this family. Is that not a little fake given the things they've said before about, for example, the skin color of their baby's skin? Now, I'm actually not criticizing the Kardashians for it. I think they were having an own stock, but I think it does show you, doesn't it? Meanwhile, across the ocean, London is quiet. It's Remembrance Sunday, and the royal family is standing right next to each other at the War Memorial, heads bowed, poppies pinned, trumpets playing. And while Britain remembers its heroes, Harry is somewhere between the martini bar and the dance floor, fixing his suit. The image is almost like a movie, a split-screen contrast at its best. On one side, cold rain, serious silence, and the weight of royal duty on the other. Beverly Hills craziness, crystal chandeliers, and Meghan laughing too loud at something Kris Jenner said. This was supposed to be her big moment. Her announcement that she'd made it. But instead, it felt totally out of place, like wearing a crown to a funeral. Because while her husband's family honored the dead, Meghan was honoring the lighting. She'd left the palace to be free, but somehow ended up stuck with Hollywood's version of royalty. One selfie at Atimi. And that's what made the night feel so bad. It wasn't just bad timing. It was bad PR. She wanted respect, but Alanyonsa was a joke. The newspapers the next morning didn't say Hollywood to celebrate Kris Jenner. They said, Harry and Meghan steal the show. And you can practically hear Kris sighing from Calabasas, muttering, "Can I not have one birthday without a royal plot twist?" Yes, because she wants the Kardashian Satianton. She doesn't really care about royal family. And you have to think about the time when Meghan Markle made those accusations. It was when the Black Lives Matter movement was huge. And here's the thing about Meghan and Harry, they've made being fake an art form. They complain about privacy but call paparazzi. They talk about being kind while taking Netflix money. They skip royal duties to dance under disco lights, then wear poppies like it's a political statement. At this point, even Hollywood, a town built on make-believe, was starting to roll its eyes. Because of for all her talk about being free from the royal family, Meghan somehow manages to build a new one everywhere she goes. The Markle brand. perfectly planned smiles, camera-ready charity, and a husband who looks like he's always wishing for a power outage. And that night at Kris Jenner's party, it was her self-made scandal happening right there. She wanted to look like the new queen of Beverly Hills, but ended up looking like Thedicus who couldn't take a hint. Hollywood has rules, honey. You can't look better than the host. You can't set up your own press moment at someone else's event. But Meghan, she turned the spotlight on herself until it burned her. Allegedricism story. No. She just wanted to leave the royal family because Ash really wanted to be a Kardashian. And remember the man wounds saluted soldiers in full uniform? Nose clinking glasses with influencers and pretending to laugh at Kris Jenner's Botox jokes. Prince Harry you said to be in charge of rooms. Now he's just part of Meghan's +1 package. Every photo from that night tells a quiet story. Meghan, eyes bright and desperate for approval. Harry, eyes distant like he's counting down the minutes until he can go home and Google how to disappear politely. He's not royalty anymore. He's a prop in her Hollywood story. And that's the sad part here. He left the crown to protect his wife from the press, only to become the face of her prey kind. Meanwhile, Meghan's need for approval has gone from palace halls to mansion walls. It's not about titles anymore. It's about access. Access to the list. Access to the billionaire group. Access to power, dressed up as friendship. She didn't climb the social ladder. She built a slide straight into the spotlight. Work really hard. And Meghan Markle has neither talent nor a good work ethic. And so this whole idea that she was going to come to Hollywood and achieve the great things shackled and on her own was always going to be a dumb idea. And I think we're really seeing that now. So what did we learn, guys, of the gossip court? That a crown may look shiny, but it doesn't mean you have class. That fame you borrow isn't the same as fame you earn. And that when you chase the spotlight too hard, it burns hotter than you can handle. Meghan left the palace to build her own kingdom and ended up walking through Hollywood's castles, still knocking on every door. She thought the Kardashians and the Bezos group would welcome her as son of their own. Instead, they smiled, nodded, and slowly closed the gates, because here's the truth. Kris Jenner runs her empire super carefully. She invites who matters, not who needs to matter. And Meghan, she came needing it too much. Harry, bless his tired soul, followed her through another headline, another camera flash, another night out pretending this was the life they wanted. But behind every smile was the same quiet question. Was it worth it? By the end, Meghan wasn't the star of the night. She was the spectacle. And Hollywood had made its decision. It wasn't impressed. So congratulations, Meghan. You wanted to be part of America's royal court, and you were for an unforgettable, awkward night. But when the glitter settled and the gossip started, the Duchess of Sussex wasn't crowned Queen of Hollywood. She was quietly shown the door. And that, mid-year viewers, is how you go from Buckingham Palace to Beverly Hills and still manage to get kicked out of both.